Ciao amici, I'm Master Leo Spizzeri, and you know what? Being in Florida, you gotta expect that there's gonna be some rain. We're in the middle of it. Hopefully we're gonna get this done. Today, I'm gonna make you a beautiful pizza using my thin and crispy dough. I'm gonna make you a pizza that I'm gonna call my Tuscan Rosemary Pesto Pizza. "35 years, this never gets old." Let's start with the rosemary ham. This is pretty easy to find in most grocery stores in the deli, but if you want to take this over the top and make this a true Italian pizza, I would sub that for prosciutto cotto, the cooked one, not the raw one. This is a great substitute. Give the ham a small julienne cut and set it aside. This is called ovellini. Ovellini is fresh Italian mozzarella that's packed in water. It's pulled mozzarella from fresh curd. If you can't find it, use whole milk mozzarella, cut it into cubes, and it'll be a great substitute. Now on to our fontina. Rosemary and fontina are a classic pairing in Italy. The flavors work really well together. Give it a good shred, and let's now move on to those tomatoes. I'm using cherry tomatoes on this pizza because I love that little sweetness that comes from those. A lot of times I find that these are sweeter than the larger tomatoes that we find in a grocery store. I also love that they're bite-sized, and as they cook, they're going to release some of the juice along with that basil pesto and that little shot of olive oil that I'm putting together with these. All together combined, this is going to be the sauce of our pizza. If you haven't seen the dough recipe yet for how I make my thin and crispy dough, go back on the channel and look at it now. It's super simple and it's something you need in your repertoire. Dust the dough with a little bit of semolina, not too much, just enough for you to handle the dough without it sticking. I like to gently place it into a bowl and then put the semolina around it, almost like I'm dredging the dough in the semolina. The semolina is going to help the dough not stick too much. I'm looking for about a 14-inch pizza here, so let's use a rolling pin and let's get it nice and even. Not too thin in the middle. I'd like to get an even thickness all the way from edge to edge. This dough isn't going to puff up a lot like our typical Neapolitan pizza dough is. I add a little bit of that semolina to the peel and then I gently pull it onto the dough. I pull the edges out to get a full 14 inches. Let's go on with our pesto tomatoes. Remember, we don't technically have a sauce, but this is going to be a gorgeous base of flavor for this pizza. Let me start with that fontina now. I'm going to let it, should we say, rain all over this pizza. Get it all the way to the edges and then go for that mozzarella. Same thing. Make sure it's spread out nice and even across the whole pizza. Next, I'm going to use that beautiful rosemary ham. If you wanted to go with maybe some Kalamata olives, a couple artichokes, do your thing. It's going to be a gorgeous pizza. I think you're starting to see the vision of what we're building here. Dried oregano has such a beautiful flavor, a more pungent flavor, if you will, than fresh oregano. That way we know that the pizza isn't going to stick to the peel when we go to launch it into the oven. I've got my oven set at about 450 to 500 degrees for this pizza, and we're probably looking at somewhere about 8 to 10 minutes. The cheeses are going to start melting together and the ham will curl a bit and get crispy around the edges. But you'll notice that because of the oil in that pesto, you're going to start to see that you're going to get this beautiful golden appearance on the edge of that crust. Let's give this gorgeous pizza a slice and then hit it with one of my favorites, arugula. Make sure before you put the arugula on your pizza, always cut the pizza first. We never want to cut the arugula as part of the final pizza. I love the way that this peppery arugula gives that little extra spicy kick at the end. Believe it or not, arugula has a peppery flavor if you've never had it before. Now let's make it snow, my friends. Grab that American Grana and cover the pizza. Don't be shy. I want to add one last thing. I'm putting some fresh lemon zest here. It's gonna brighten everything up. It's a refreshing flavor. That aroma alone will give this a wonderful fragrance. This pizza is gonna be so balanced. There's gonna be things happening all across the board. Guys, this is gonna be your favorite pizza going out. Guys, as you can see, rain or shine, we do it every time. Chef Leo on the spot, Tampa, Florida. Watch what I'm gonna do here. You can see that gorgeous texture on the inside. Look at the bottom of this bake. Golden brown, I'm going in. I don't have any more time. CJ, put rain in the title of this thing. Tuscan rainstorm, I don't care what you call this thing. I will tell you, this is delicious. Super crispy texture, light and airy in the middle. That final little touch of arugula, peppery, everything together. Guys, this is super simple. If I could do this in the rain, imagine what you could do at home. I'm Chef Leo. Ciao, amici!